So me and my brother wanted to make my last summer before coming to the Air Force really memorable. So we both decided on to take a 2-week road trip. And really didn't have anything planned out where we were going exactly, what we were going to do, but we knew we were going. So at the end of the summer, we started heading west. And 4 long days later, we found ourselves at Yellowstone National Park. Being in Yellowstone and everything, being in the mountains, we knew we had to go camping. We both loved outdoors, and it was free, of course. So we were just driving around, driving through the mountains, looking at all the scenery, and we came upon a ranger station. So we stopped by to get directions. The ranger was pretty cool, and he gave us directions to what he said was the most amazing campsite he has ever been to. And along with the directions also came 2 warnings. The first warning was that the rattlesnakes in the area were the worst that have been the whole summer, and that mountain lion attacks were record high for that summer. So we both got kind of worried, and my brother asked, so what should we do if we get bit or attacked? And the park ranger just kind of smiled and said, well, if you get bit, the person that doesn't get bit needs to drop everything they're doing and drop their bag and run back down the trail, run to the car, drive back down the dirt road and get to the main road and hope that the patrol makes one of his 3 random patrols of the night and you find them. And then he says, well, if you get attacked by a mountain lion, you just need to fight for your lives. And so my brother was just like, so awesome, so basically we're screwed. And the park ranger just laughed. And so we got the directions and just headed out. And they were good directions and took us right to the dirt road. And so we drive down the dirt road and everything, and we park, and we get our backpacks ready and our tent ready and everything. And we started heading towards the mouth of the trail. And at the beginning of the trail, there's this big yellow sign. And underneath it has big red letters that spell out warning and a rattlesnake above it. So we knew we were instantly just in trouble. So we came with a foolproof plan. I would go through first, and I'd be looking down and be looking out for rattlesnakes. And all we had was $8 Walmart knives. And so I'd be looking for rattlesnakes, and my brother would be behind me with a hand on my shoulder, and he'd be looking out for mountain lions. And so we get about 100 feet through the trail, and the trail just disappears. So we're just walking straight through the wilderness. So we keep going, we're feeling pretty comfortable, so we go about 3 miles in and reach this plateau. And we just knew we had to climb on top of it and camp on top. So about an hour later we reached the top, we're both really exhausted. And it's all worth it though, because when we get over the ridgeline we see the most beautiful sunset I've ever seen. It's like something you see out of a book or out of a magazine or on pictures, it's just amazing. And so after we get lost in that for a little while, we realize it's getting real dark fast, so we have to set the tent. So we start setting the tent, and halfway through I realized that my brother isn't helping me anymore. And I look behind me, and my brother has this little flashlight shining on a grass field about this high, about 30 feet away. And I'm looking where he's shining at, and I can't really make it out, but I see the grass moving back and forth, like coming at us. So instantly I get worried, and I just knew it was some kind of animal or something. So I reach down to get my spotlight out, and I go 1, 2, 3. I pull it, and all I see is 2 big mountain lion eyes gleaming back at us. So the next thing I know, my brother's already back in the tent. My reaction was just to throw the spotlight at it and jump in the tent too. So we're both in the tent with our little knives, just ready to be attacked, just scared, just waiting to be attacked. And we were just like that the whole night until we eventually fell asleep. And then we just woke up the next morning, thankful to be alive, thankful that have our body parts and everything. And we just quickly packed up our tent, headed back down the trail, got back in the car, and headed to California. And that was our trip to Yellowstone.